Garnet.
Hello, welcome to Steve's channel. If you haven't been here before, we just kind of do some simple projects. Kind of time lapse it, get you into here, show you around, and show a couple of new things to you maybe you haven't thought about or hadn't tried. One thing I like to do is be creative when I have a project I need to do. And in this case, we are just coming out of the Christmas season, and my wife loved putting Christmas trees up and making them part of our normal decoration. And when we do that, that's great. We just have to remember that they come down, and then it kind of leaves a gap where the trees were. So my thought was, in a particular area, I wanted to put something new there that would still kind of make it cool, kind of make it a nice, I wouldn't say man cave, but definitely a little bit masculine. So I went out, and of course, you know, whenever you want something, where do you go? You go to Amazon. So I went to Amazon, and I found this cool little suit of armor. It's a breastplate and helmet. And I thought, well, this will look cool in this spot. And I got it in and started looking at it. It's like, well, you know, this needs a stand. Well, once I started looking at the stands that were available on Amazon, a couple other websites, I realized, you know, these stands look really pretty simple. And I'm wondering if I can't make my own and save a little bit along the way. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's we're going to make a stand for a breastplate and helmet for a suit of armor. So stick around to the end and see how it turns out. Okay, so the basic of the stand for the breastplate and helmet is a T-shape, T-shape with a base. So what I need to do is first find out my base, because a T is pretty easy to make. So the first thing I did is I went to Home Depot, picked up this stair rung, and I thought it was great for what I'm doing because it's got a nice rounded edge on it already. This is pine, so it's pretty soft, easy to work with. A little bit of hard grit sandpaper is good for taking off any sharp edges. And the first thing I did is I went and cut a section of it off for about 12.5 inches. And then we had some deck stain left over. So I put some deck stain on it. Came out pretty nice looking. Drilled a hole in the center where I'm going to use to mount the top. And for the top, or for the backbone of it, I'm going to use this, which is also from Home Depot. It is just a slat from their decking material. It was about $1.34, I think, with tax. This actual stair rung was a little more, about $10, but again, all I had to do was cut it. I put some painter's tape on there, kind of make the cut nice. Used a regular circular saw, cut that off. So I've given it about a day that I painted it, and of course we're in the garage, so I was running the heater the whole time to try to keep it nice and warm. But what we're going to do is we're going to put that together, but then I thought, you know, we need a little bit more shape. We don't want to have just a T to hold it on, so I came up with another idea. All right, this is the other idea. I'll call him Buddy. This is a leftover plastic skeleton from Halloween. Since we're just going to be using the torso and the head for our breastplate and helmet, I removed his arms, which were just 2 screws, and removed the legs, which were also another 2 screws. And what I'll do is I'll attach this to our centerpiece, and I'll probably add some padding around him, like a old towel, something like that. Just kind of flesh him out a little bit so he doesn't look like too skinny in the armor. And then I'll use like a black t-shirt, cover his face and his body, and that will be our stand once it's all put back together. Okay, here I've attached this one. Okay, we can see how we're evolving here. I've just added a couple of zip ties, put this all together. The next thing will be is to add some padding and then our outer black material, and it will be ready for some armor. Okay, at this point, I've just added an old towel just to give it a little padding around that chest section, fill it out a little bit more. And then what I found is an old hoodie that my son has outgrown, a black hoodie. I'm going to put that on and turn around backwards, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, you can see I've added the hoodie, turned it around. I took the arms of the hoodie and actually pulled them inside and over the shoulders, kind of bulk up the shoulders and the front a little bit. Okay, on the head, you can see all I've done is zip tied around the neck to keep that chin up. Gives them a little bit of human characteristic. And then you can see here on the back, there's where the hoodie would normally be the face, but we've got the back of the head. And again, just zipped it up and put some zip ties on it. All right. So as promised, stick around. We'll see what the final looks like. All right. Time for the big reveal. So again, this is a breastplate and helmet set off of Amazon. You can request the link in the comment section if you're interested in getting it yourself. You can see our little mannequin there. Came out pretty good. Got kind of a lifelike presence in there. And that was the point. Give it a little bit of human form without being overpowering. I mean, we didn't want arms and legs on it because it didn't need it. Plus, it'd just take up more space. Back up a little bit here. So obviously we'll be moving it in from the garage, but that is our project. About $10 for the base, a couple bucks for the backbone, leftover skeleton. So if you have that, that's great. If not, you could use more wood or more padding, an old towel inside, an old hoodie or sweatshirt. We originally thought about 2 black t-shirts, so very inexpensive, just a fraction of the price of something you would find online for it. I think overall it makes for a good centerpiece, a good talking piece, and it's going to look good where we put it. All right, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Every time you smash that like button, it just pushes it up the algorithm. Other people get to see it. We get more views. We get to make more content. So if you have any questions, put it in the comments. If not, we'll see you next time.